Hello, my name is Bhavik Tadigotla, and I'm going to talk about our tendency to deny our problems and how we need to accept them if we want change. I love food. Anything from rich, fluffy, chocolatey Oreo pancakes to green and stale Chick-fil-A salads, I'm all up for it. Now, this wasn't really a healthy obsession, and it became so bad that I would eat, that I would keep pushing the problem away. Deep down, I understood that all body types were absolutely amazing and should definitely be accepted, but I always faced the problem with how I viewed myself. I used eating as a way to avoid my real emotions and refused to acknowledge the toll that it took on both my health and my happiness. And I'm not alone. According to Jerome Adams, the former Surgeon General of the United States of America, he says that our inability to accept the truth is a much, much greater risk to adolescence than drugs, poverty, and even gang membership. And from my personal experience, I'm inclined to agree with that. Our constant denial of the truth is so widespread that it is a problem. And that's exactly what I'm worried about. Our generation's failure to accept. We fail to accept the truth. We fail to accept our challenges. And ultimately, we fail to accept ourselves. Now, it's important that we understand that our denialism stretches out way, way further than just you and me. It affects everyone in every continent, region, and corner of the world. For example, if we take the case of the pandemic, as CNN writer Meghan Markle puts it, with so much information available about the severity of the coronavirus and the need to follow guidelines, some people still refuse to accept the reality. People are saying that they want to get the virus just to get this whole thing over with, because they don't believe that COVID-19 really is that bad. Our denial of the severity of this virus and its devastating effects is literally putting our lives and the lives of thousands and thousands of other people at grave risk. And if we take the example of the Black Lives Matter movement, an amazing social movement that advocated for justice, healing, and freedom, its core principles were stemmed from a long period of racial negligence and lack of care for equality. And while individuals have denied systemic racism in many places, we've come to realize that it definitely is a problem, and we are taking baby steps to rectifying those mistakes that should have been corrected a really long time ago. Because one of the greatest sources of unhappiness that we experience as humans sprouts from us having the difficulty of accepting things for what they are. As the Association for Psychological Science puts it, apart from the emotional and mental stress that denialism puts on us, there are a very, very serious multitude of physical conditions that we could also experience. Anything from immune system failure, neurological illnesses, and even premature death. So you see, our self-deceiving nature isn't really good for anything except for pain and destruction. And this is a problem, because it became a problem when I didn't accept that I was overweight. It becomes a problem when we turn a blind eye to the murders of innocent Black men and women. And it will continue to become a problem if we ignore a virus that has killed over 1 million people. Our sickening mindset has started to plague everyone, and we need to do everything we can to reverse it. To put it plain and simple, we've spent our entire lives trying to come up with a language of denial to try and deceive us and the people around us. Our inherent desire to look like the perfect human beings, even if we aren't, is actually harming us more than we think. We try and hide our shortcomings by using denial as a veil. We run away from them and hope no one notices, when in reality, our self-deception doesn't hurt anyone except for us and the ones around us. Now, it's important that we acknowledge our shortcomings and take active steps to becoming better. While change definitely is a struggle, it always results in some type of success, whether that's improving your grades, increasing your salary, or just learning to appreciate yourself. So you see, us Westerners have a pretty impractical approach of acceptance. We strive for perfection in everything that we do, even when that's not possible. But on the Eastern side of the world, there's a revolutionizing mindset spreading across Asia like wildfire. Wabi-sabi. Wabi-sabi stresses the importance of accepting what you have and not thinking about what you don't. Wabi-sabi loosely translates to acceptance and appreciation of what is and not of what must be. So let's look to the acronym ME, M and E, to teach us how to accept ourselves just the way we are. M, make out. Now, don't get too excited. What I want you to do is make out a list of 10 things that you don't like about yourselves. It could literally be anything. Something you feel about your personality, secrets that you've kept hidden away from your loved ones, anything that you look back on and feel ashamed of. 10 things that you're scared about sharing with other people and exposing them to everyone else will really, really help you. Because as human beings, we like to keep our insecurities as secure as possible. But when it comes to understanding ourselves, our community, and even our world, it's extremely important that we know what to accept. E, educate. Educate yourself with inspirational stories. It's extremely important that we have someone that we can look up to that can inspire us to accept ourselves. In fact, the American Academy of Children's Psychiatry states that children with a role model are more willing to work on themselves as a person than those that do not. Especially during the pandemic, when we have so much free time on our hands, it'll be good for us if we educate ourselves on people that had to overcome their own hurdles in order to accept themselves as unique individuals. So let's try and do that. Let's accept that it's important to be healthy. Let's accept that hard work leads to success. And let's accept that change only comes when we are ready for it. Thank you so much.